So I've just finished watching One Punch Man Season 3, so here are my thoughts about it. Now before we get to the things that I don't like about the season, let's get to the things that I like about the seasons, because there are some stuff that I actually do like. Now the first thing that I actually do like about the season is the story. I think in my opinion, One Punch Man has the best story out of any manga, mainly because it's really action-packed, the character development's really good, the humor is great, the fight scenes are really good, and overall, just the entire story of One Punch Man is just really good. Now, for One Punch Man Season 3, it focuses on, the Monster Association. And in this season, you also, see, Goro, transformation, into becoming Monster Goro, which, spoiler alert, they didn't introduce Monster Goro yet into this season, which I'm really pissed, by the way. But anyway, I think that the story is really good. And I've noticed that this season is more focused on the side characters more than, the main character, which is Saitama himself. And another thing that I actually do like about this season is the animation quality. I think that the animation quality for One Punch Man Season 3 is better compared to Season 2. I mean, I don't think that, One Punch Man Season 2's, animation quality is terrible or anything like that. It's just that it's just not great compared to Season 1's animation quality. But the quality for Season 3, however, is almost like Season 1, animation quality. I don't know, that's just my opinion. I mean, it looks better compared to Season 2. And even though this season is absolute trash, there are a few episodes which I thought they were solid, like episode 5, episode 8, and also episode 12. And all three of these episodes have really good animation, and I feel like they are the only good episodes in the entire season, in my opinion. But that doesn't mean that it's like perfect. Like the episode still is kind of meh, but hey, at least the animation is way better compared to what animation abomination that we got in this season. So that's gonna be the only things that I like about this season. So now let's get to my critiques about the season. Now the first thing that I don't like about the season is a really big one, the elephant in the room, which is the animation. If you guys have watched my One Punch Man Season 3 video that I made 2 months ago, you know how much I was disappointed about the animation for One Punch Man Season 3. And it keeps getting worse each episode. Like every time if there's like gonna be a fight scene, animation is just crappy. Because the way that they're moving while they're fighting is just so freaking abysmal. And another thing that I really want to mention is that I don't know what's with JC's staff putting neon color filters whenever there's like a close-up shot for a character. Like every time if they want to do like a close-up shot of a character, they would just put this like neon color filter to make it look like it's like intense or something like that. And to make the season even worse, there are a lot of animation errors in this season. And also, I forgot to mention this one's also a really big one, and that is the censorship. If you guys know, One Punch Man is an R-rated show, but for some legitimate reason, they decided to censor some of the scenes. And they are so stupid, by the way. Let me give you guys an example. So here's a panel from the One Punch Man manga where Zombie Man is smoking a cigarette. Now, in the anime, they decided to change that cigarette to a goddamn lollipop. So you're telling me you decided to change a cigarette to a lollipop. Wow. And here's also a panel from the manga where Zombie Man gets vaporized by this guy, which I don't know who his name is. I don't even bother to know. And as you guys know, Zombie Man can basically regenerate his whole body. So in the manga, after he gets vaporized, we got this panel where we get to see his skull and his bones and his body parts and stuff like that. It looks very detailed and very cool. But for whatever reason, they decided to make Zombie Man to look like Emu from One Piece. Like, they decided to make his whole entire body black. Like, I don't know why the hell did they do that. And that leads me to my next complaint. And that is the comparison between the anime and the manga. Like, for example, let's turn this panel from manga to anime. So, bada boom, bada bang, they do it. For One Punch Man, however, they turn from this masterpiece of an art that looks like it could beat the freaking Mona Lisa, but JC Staff decided to hire a 5-year-old to draw whatever this is. Like, you can see the comparison here. How terrible One Punch Man Season 3 is. Because it doesn't even look close compared to what it looks like in the manga. Like, that is so messed up. Yeah, that's why I'm gonna give One Punch Man Season 3 a 2 out of 5. So yeah, that's gonna be it for my review for One Punch Man Season 3. This is not just a review, this is just a video of me just ranting about the entire season. And yes, I know, they announced, they're gonna be making a part 2 of this trash. Which I can't believe, by the way, they actually have the guts to announce a part 2 of this garbage while we are suffering right now. It's like they're asking to get hate.